where you go, and you can go to these galaxies. It takes some time to get to the first galaxy, but if you stick with me here, I will show you a lot of how to do it. And you can always ask as well. And there's a whole other thing. If you wanna learn more, feel free to go to my YouTube channel. There is loads of videos about how to do things, plus all my old streams, and a lot of things I cut out of the streams as well, if I think it's useful in shorter form to use as well. Link is on my Twitch page. And there's also a link to my Facebook if anyone wants to. I just made that, so I think I need to get out in the world, so why not? And I'm a grumpy old man sitting drinking a lot of coffee while I'm playing, and I talk a lot. Even though I might sometimes go very silent when I'm really concentrating on something, which does happen. Especially when I play the more challenging levels of the game. Because the game comes in 4 different types. There's the sandbox, which I say don't play that. It's absolutely horrible. Because there is no gain to anything. You don't get anything out of the play except you can run around and do everything, because everything is handed to you. I will not recommend that. I don't know. You know what, I drink a lot of coffee, and it's one of the only vices I have, so... Even though the clever people say that coffee is actually not bad for you, because it helps with different things. Now we talk about nice planets. This is a paradise planet, so that is supposedly what Earth is. Earth is a paradise planet. But in this game you would see that paradise planet comes in different forms and shapes. Yeah, but it's sometimes a habit more than it's a need, but the only coffee I really need is my morning coffee. My kids have learned, don't talk to Dad before he has had his morning coffee. So this is one type of paradise planet. What many does, if they find a proper paradise planet, you're not calling her a grumpy old man, I hope. So this is one type of paradise planet, and what makes it a paradise planet is that it has nice weather environment. Welcome to the club. So weather is nice. There is animal life. There's good resources. And in the old days there would not be any sentinels, but that is not how it is anymore. With the later updates you can actually encounter sentinels on all types of planets. But I do believe the aggressive ones would not appear on a paradise planet, so there is a little bit advantage, so to speak. So yeah, this doesn't look like Earth, but it's supposedly a nice planet. And the nice thing is there isn't suddenly coming horrible storms or something like that. Something which is also, some planets are very mountainous, others are not, and it comes in so many forms and shapes. But if there's mountains, then normally there is a lot of caves as well, so if that's something you would like to explore, then that is a good option. The thing I would say is mountains sometimes makes it difficult to land your ship, but there would normally be some sort of valleys and places where you can find a good area. I mean, for some, building a base up on the edge of the mountain with a good view, that would be their dream. And others want to have a base where they can build a lot into the rock face underneath it, and there's a lot of options. So I think I stopped try to sell the game now, but the key word is, I think, is you have freedom. You have freedom to do a lot of things like you want to do them. And that's one thing which I find most interesting with the game. That is, you can choose exactly how you want to play it. And not because you have to, but because you want to. So, I need to find back to my black hole. I could explain a little bit about how you travel in the galaxies, but I'm actually not going to in big words. But if you look up in the left-hand corner, there is a spiral thing. That's the galaxy we're in. Has a yellow dot with a ring around. That's where I am. And that is apparently 150,000 light years from the center. The center is important because that's where you jump to the next galaxy. So that's all you need to know for now. There's 3 ways of traveling. Either by your ship from system to system. That is what you see, like the yellow line here. That is the straight way towards the center. The ships is limited to around just below 1,000 light years. Mine is a little bit better. It can jump 1,600 light years, I think. So I could theoretically, but the line stops, so I could jump a little bit longer. You can also jump with your freighter if you have one of them. They can jump further, so that could give you a jump on between 3,500 and 6,000 something light years. Then there's the black holes. They give you 6,000 light years when you use a black hole. It will tell you have jumped hundreds of thousands of light years, but what you do is you jump across the center and end somewhere in the same ring as you were, but 6,000 light years closer. And then there's the third part, which is portals. And portals, in order to use portals, you need to learn the glyphs which activates them. That's not difficult to get, but they look like this. There's 16 of them. But you have to find the portal, you have to fuel it up. You do that with resources, and then you can enter the glyphs, and you can jump somewhere in that galaxy. There's a little bit trick. If you enter the first glyph, the wavy thing, 12 of them, that will bring you within 5,000 light years of the center. So you can cheat a little bit and use that. The video I have put up how to find and use portals actually have that shown, and that works in any galaxy. So then you can ask, why are you then not doing that? Well, because I want to do some exploration, some trading, some looking around in the galaxies and see how they are. So sometimes it's actually more fun just moving along and take the odd black hole and see what the game throws at you. And one thing about this game is it is a game of Sod's Law. Meaning that whenever you need something, you won't find it. See, I jumped 137,000 light years. But when I check here, I'm only 6,000 closer. So that's how it is. And we all have learned and embraced that. Hello Bam, welcome to. I had a lot of questions today about the game because it's on sale again, and as Wicked has pointed out, there is an update coming on Thursday and an expedition starting on Thursday. So yeah, just to let you know. So I might be playing Expedition on Thursday. But as you can see, I'm getting very close to, after my holiday, to play Permadeath after Starlight. But as things goes, I might move things around a little bit. Yeah. They didn't conference with me. I would have waited 2 weeks. No, so there was a number of people popping in and asking a little bit of questions, and I have tried to be as objective as I can. The problem is I'm one of those who actually loved the game, so and there's a lot who is like me, so so yeah, but this is a good place to actually come and ask. And you don't have to just take my word. Ask anyone in chat. They will give their opinion. So it doesn't always have to be just me. Well, as I said, I chose to stream No Man's Sky because I find it's a game with so much diversity in it. So I would never go bored in any way. Because if you don't like what you're doing, you can do what you're liking. You can change around, do something else. And believe me, I do that sometimes. When I feel I had enough of what I'm doing, then I do something else, and it normally involves something with killing sentinels, but I was considering, but no. The thing is, I do like to do missions, but I do like to get the proper rewards out of them, so I don't like to do very hard missions for scraps. That's not really me. Oh, sorry, Bam. I'm being a little bit rude. How are you today? Thank you. So I'm a silly, grumpy old man now. I've been suffering a little bit as well today. It's been very sunny and no wind here today, so don't do that. Actually, I don't know if I'm trying to kill myself today. I keep forgetting this. To top up my protection. Oh well. So, what ships are here? Trade station. Trading post is a good place to find ships, if that's what you're looking for. And you can trade them, so that's an even better thing. There are also ways of getting free ships. And if anyone sticks around, I will show how to do that from time to time. It's again, it's not rocket science, it's just about knowing what to do. So I think I squeezed everything out of this trading post as I could. So just scan a little bit for some money. And I do know I play wrong. Money should not be a consideration according to some people. And I will soon join those people. Because I got a challenge to play a no money game. And I like challenges. That is, so I have kind of two challenges coming up. One is of course the no money game, and the other one is to play Permadeath. The thing with the Permadeath is I have said I need to reach 50 followers first. So as that is very far away, it will take some time before we get to that point. But to be honest, it will not be until after my holiday and I have played Starlight. Because that is coming out soon as well, and I'm interested to see the hype on that, but to be honest, I don't have very big expectations. No, you want me to go that way, yeah. It actually looks like I'm standing almost in the middle of the core. As an outlaw system, that's interesting. So going to an outlaw system is not like going to the bad areas of a city. I would say that. It is quite harmless most of the time. There is some of them which has a little bit more fights going on than others, but it's not dangerous in that matter. So now it looks like I don't know what I'm doing. It's kind of on purpose because you have to find the opening, which is most of the time facing the closest planet. And the thing is, I don't want to fly into the space station because that might scratch my newly painted ship. That I don't want. So you can see the outlay of an outlaw space station is a little bit different than the other ones I have visited. It got most features like the other one. There's a weapons terminal. Scrap dealer. There is one of these where you can change your appearance. There's weird dudes hanging around. There's an exosuit. This is the one you would go to when you're new to the game and buy a slot in your exosuit. I can't because I have bought all mine. There is a trader. He works like the trading, the galactic trade thingies. He sells different illegal black market goods, which good citizens would not buy. And I never said I was a good citizen. I do buy it for investment, and it's very good money. However, the problem is there's not very many when you come into the station, so you have a couple of options. And one of the options is, of course, finding a trading post on planets, because they will also have illegal trade goods.
Units received. Units received. Units received. Units received.
So outlaw stations is sometimes very good for selling trade goods. And sometimes even okay, they didn't request, but sometimes even resources can be sold. I don't want to sell my tritium, but there is a good chance of getting good money out of an outlaw station. They also have a mission place. It's a bounty master. However, the missions is very different. It's actually outlaw ones, and you might have to attack other ships, even freighters, or you have to smuggle stuff, and that is always in another system, and you have to be a little bit careful, but it's quite easy to do it, because if you take the mission, then you get what they want you to deliver. You take that merchandise and put on your freighter. So if you don't have, let me show, if you don't have a matter bean on your freighter, then you can't use that as you move around. But if you have, then put it, like if I was doing nip bots, that was one of them, I would just put them in one of my stacks, and then I would go wherever they want me to deliver them and then deliver them. But if you have them in your exosuit or in your starship, you might be scanned by the authorities, and if they see you have contraband, they will tell you either to hand it over or they will attack you. So the choice is yours, but if you actually end up in a situation where you have bought the contraband and have to hand it in, it's not very good. There's also a guy selling upgrades, and they are X-rated, and no, it's not porn, it's just X-rated, because they are not A, B, C, or S. Are they better than S? Sometimes they are, but you don't know. So if you have a lot of nanites, like I do, then you can try to buy, and then you can install it. Oh, too sick. I just need to get some order in chaos here. I can see sometimes. Where on earth have I gotten this from? Okay, this was the one I just bought. So I can install it. You do that pressing E, then it comes up like a module. I put it on, this goes on the multi-tool, and it shows some numbers. And I can say those numbers stinks, because I have these sitting in supercharged, so you cannot really compare. But if I put one standard S, and that is not even special, it's numbers in 7 and 9,000. So it is way better than this. And also this only give reward for 2 out of 3 different types. You see this give for flora, fauna and mineral. So if they only have 2, no good. So I put this back. This one I can store it and then sell it for nanites. It will give me 16 or 19 nanites. It's absolutely crap. I just paid 400 for it or something like that. What I do, I dismantle it, then I get chromatic metal and a wiring loom. So, bing. At least then I get some value back. But it is a gamble, and sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. I could say in my survival game, I bought one scanning which was up in the 10,000s. So that was way better than any S I had, and that was brilliant. So there's also a starship outfitting thingy where you can get a little bit of help to find upgrades, upgrade the starship. I can't do 1 or 2 because it's filled out. Upgrade class for 50,000. I can't do that either. But if you have a B or C, you can actually upgrade it to a higher class by paying nanites. But I can't really do anything here. But through the start of the game and quite long in, that is a place you often will go and get something done. So I think it's black hole. No, actually I was going to go to a trading post. Welcome back. So the trading post followed the space station, and if you're dealing with trade goods like I do, that would be sitting on around the same pricing on any trade post in that system. So if it doesn't sell on the space station, it wouldn't sell on the trading post. However, that doesn't count for resources and what I call luxury goods. So I have some resources here. I'm not going to sell them, but that might not sell on the space station, but when I come to a trading post, it might actually be in the plus side. So if you keep an eye out and be smart, you will actually earn more money. There's a lot of sea ships here, so that's not the most interesting. sentinels are ever present, so that means if you're going around trying to farm resources with your mining beam, it might provoke them. So I know sometimes people ask why I'm saving rusted metal and stuff, because you can refine it into something useful. And as a hoarder, you don't want to chuck anything away that can become useful. So got a little bit of something. A lot of weird noises. So you'll see they have black market goods here as well, and I'm actually going to do exactly as I did on the space station. You don't have to buy stuff like I do. I buy tritium and dihydrogen, but it's because I need so much on for my frigate missions. I hate when something starts to swimming around in my coffee. That's the problem having windows open in the summer. There's always something flying in. I'm going to take a very short bathroom break while I'm standing here. I'll be back in a couple of minutes, so stay with me. So I'm back again. I think I need to have a lid for my coffee. Extra protein, yeah. Well, then I have to put a label on the coffee, not suitable for vegans. I once went to the doctor and the doctor said, "Oh, do you get a good varied diet?" And I said to him, "Yeah, I do. I eat a lot of salad and I don't eat too much meat and a lot of vegetables as well." And he said, "Oh, what do you put in the salad?" I said, "Bacon. That's my favorite salad. I'm Danish." So that would be that, wouldn't it? That said, my son was looking at buying bacon. And well, he was looking at buying bacon, and he found some which was packed in 2.5 kilo. I don't know, it's salad, isn't it? Not too thin though. It can be too thin. No, he was looking at bacon and it was packaged in 2.5 kilo and but the thing is, it was actually not overly expensive because when you looked at the price per kilo, it was actually fairly well within price range, which I would say was acceptable. Because you know when you buy bacon in the supermarket and there's what's there in a pack with 6-8 slices, a couple of 100 grams. So that quickly becomes 6 to 8 quid per kilo, doesn't it? Where is the black hole? Oh, it's there. There. Is that it? We'll find out in a moment. No, it was not. There. Now I can see it. I'll say about vegans, and I don't care what religion people believes in. Just keep it in your own house. Don't try to convince me of doing anything I don't want to do. I can say what we have planned for Saturday evening when we have guests coming in. Oh dear, yeah. Yeah, I would not go down that route, but I know exactly what you mean. No, I know exactly what we have planned for Saturday when we have guests coming, and that is barbecuing some very nice steaks, as the weather is supposed to be nice. And that is going to be so lovely. And even a good glass of red wine to go with it. So it can't be much better. The only thing I'm dreading a little bit on Saturday is I almost have to come down and visit you, Bam.
Product received. Product received.
Yeah, well, I would be bringing the kids as well, so yeah, well, I didn't say I would come down and stay. I feel you are absolutely right. I'm so happy with that decision we took to move up here. Now I have to drive down to Stansted, but we found out that Stansted or Manchester is equally in distance. And Stansted actually gave the cheaper flight ticket, so that was what came out of it. And the good thing is, I don't have to cross M25 to go to Stansted this time, so I still have PSD, PDMSD, whatever it's called, from last time. I had to go around M25 to get to Stansted. And the funny thing was that it was my oldest son, which still lived with his family in Denmark, and their kid came over, and he booked Stansted without asking us, and he said, "Well, I looked at the map, and it only says it takes an hour to drive to Reading from Stansted," and my son that I live with said to him, "You know what? it's going to take between 3.5 and 4.5 hours to get home from Stansted, and he was spot on. M25, and for those who doesn't know it, is the ring motorway around London, and it's one of them. I have been driving on it at 2 o'clock in the morning and still been hanging in a traffic jam. So it is horrible, even though it has, I don't know how many lanes, 12 some places across. That is one thing I don't miss. Now living up here up north is it's a whole other pace of life, because it is like, yeah, if we don't do it today, we'll do it tomorrow, and that's but the weird thing is, I'm roughly 170 miles from where you live, Bam. And the difference in things from down south is like we're living in another state sometimes. Even though we are not. But we are, of course, living in another shire. Not the Shire. Yeah. That is very true. It's actually quite funny, because there's one thing we have kind of kept count on whenever we came to a new shire. True time here in Britain, and when we started looking at houses up north, every time we came to new shires that we hadn't been to before, and that was quite funny. Okay, I shouldn't have done that. I know.
Product received. Units received. Units received.
What the? If I had been in Austria now, I would say they were bringing the cows home, but they don't do that here. I don't know if someone is celebrating the local football team or something. So many interesting ships. I shouldn't really expect a lot on that account because of all the ones I found yesterday. I think it's the first time I ever found so many S-class in one session as I did yesterday. What? How did you end there? Now the lorries are coming. Take me to the rotting planet. That's okay. I'm happy with that. I have a feeling every time I see a rotting planet, I have a feeling I would be able to smell it. Oh, Bam, this is your favorite planet type. A bit warm, but well, they're supposedly basalt, but I don't know if it's loaded. There's a depot there. There's one there. The Sentinel's over there. And it's very hot. Probably because there's a storm. It didn't tell me that in the beginning.
Product received. Product received. Product received.
Yeah, it's okay you fly around, but you stay away from my coffee. Oh, that's why there's sentinels. A sentinel pillar. Can this storm stop?
Weather update. Storm clearing.
Thank you. It's a good investment with that premium account.
Extreme heat damage detected.
So I'm so professional, I have multiple guns now. Damn, where did it go?
Units received. Units received.
Yeah, I'm not going to take that. So, I actually like how easy these are, and because the sentinels that was here blew up when I stopped them, that means that I get the... Where is the last one? It's over here. See, this was the walker. And I get the hard frame out of it, which is actually nice. So many fear these sentinel pillars. However, they are actually quite useful to break down, because now in this system all sentinels is shut down. So or at least that's the theory. There's a holo tower. What the? The only problem with this planet is the weather, but oh yeah, that's basalt. And this is the hoarder in me. I don't need it, but just let's get some now we're here anyway. Yeah, wherever I go, even on planets where it's not, then it just pops up in front of me. I will, by the way, say, and it is only a rumor, so don't hang me up on it, but with the update we get on Thursday, there might be a new race coming into the game. So So that means we have another language to learn, Pam. Yep. As I said, it's rumors, so I don't know if it's completely true. But it's speculated it's related to those we found on the last expedition. Mechanical ones. So I could imagine the expedition which starts Thursday probably will introduce us to them. So if I probably will have to play Expedition on Thursday. That's okay, but I think I might then play it on my days off, but then I will record it and put it on YouTube. But problem is I don't want to sit and play computer when we have the guests in the house, but let's see how it pans out. It's normally 6 weeks to an expedition, so why do I always fight with the chairs? Yeah, that's I will of course look at it and see how things pan together, but well, no, but ooh, interesting. Just saw something.
Units received.
No, I would say that what I would keep my eyes out for is if there's Twitch drops this time. I hope there will be, but I have not heard anything. But if there is, they will of course be enabled on my channel as well. And the good thing is, when I have drops on, I get them myself. Which I do like.
Technology recharge.
Are you joking? Don't I have any carbon? I have loads of condensate carbon, but no carbon. That is very rare. Is this survival I'm playing? Jesus. Oh well. Oh, there's a breeze coming in through my window now. Oh, it's lovely. It almost feels like eating strawberry and cream. What the... Yeah, it's like, oh... That's the best thing on warm days, is taking the dog out at the very late evening, early morning. Everything is quiet and it's chilling down, and oh...
Units received.
That is so lovely. That's a water world, I think. Contaminated. Oh, that is going to be interesting, and see what that brings with it. What I have heard and seen so far, it looks very interesting, so I think we're in for a treat. will say that it doesn't change my plans a lot, it might just push them a little bit.
Recharging.
And I'm still looking for one more follower before I even consider doing Permadeath.
Units received. Units received. Units received.
It's a very red explorer. Oh, there's a lorry convention. Nothing to see here. No, it's a little bit
Product received. Product received. Product received.
time-wise a little bit silly for me, but it's like everything, you have to adapt to it and overcome whatever. And of course I'll do that. I will find a way to get things done. And I'll find a way to get some entertainment to my viewers as well. But it is of course up to my viewers whether I'm playing Permadeath or not. Well, I'm kind of looking forward to the other challenge that is going to be a challenge more than anything else. I'm going that way. Any black holes there? turned silent, so...
Technology recharge.
God. I wish we hadn't talked about bacon earlier, because now I feel I could eat a bacon sandwich. The worst part is we don't have any bacon in house. That was why we were looking at buying some. Yeah. You know what? I have most of my life always gotten kind of hungry at around midnight. And I still do. It's so weird. And it's not a problem when I'm home, because there's always something, at least some sort of slice of bread at least, but when you're out traveling, then it can turn into a real problem. Oh. That I don't know. I'm not on PlayStation. Wicked, are you still here? You play among others on PlayStation, don't you? I personally... Yeah, do you know the answer to that, if you can play without PlayStation Plus? Okay. Wicked, which I know play on PlayStation, confirms that you can play without PlayStation Plus. You're welcome. There's always someone who knows the answers. If I don't, I have a good bunch of people normally sitting in the background who knows a lot of things.
Product received.
So that's useful.
Product received.
And I make a mental note of that, because I actually know there's sometimes popping up PlayStation questions, and I haven't played PlayStation since the first one. Oh, sorry to disturb your food. Is it hot food? I mean, then your help to the missus was good. Oh no, don't say that. Don't say that. I want bacon. Bacon is my favorite salad. So we are one follower from playing Permadeath. However, it will still be a couple of weeks down the line. We are getting an update to the game on Thursday, it looks like. And I'm trying to talk about something else than bacon because oh, it's so evil. Oh. This is
Alert. Navigational data received.
that's actually the worst part is I'm kind of looking forward to play Permadeath even though I probably know how it's going to end, but I am going to take it as pure entertainment. And I will prep myself with a lot of bacon. Okay, that would have been my luck that it would be a extreme environment with aggressive sentinels, and then you know you have to make sure you can get your walker around with you.
Technology recharge.
Thank you for following.
Extreme hazard flag.
Well, I think Permadeath it is. That is what am I doing? I just jumped back into the ship because
Extreme hazard
I
flag.
realized I should have done something before I went off.
Extreme hazard flag.
Yep. 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 That is... but, as I said, it will be a couple of weeks down the line. Yeah, the conditions has been reached, so, and I will stick with my promise. I'm a firm believer that you should never promise something you don't intend to hold. I actually always despised parents which kept promising their kids to do something, go to a fun park or something like that, and never ever did it. And I mean, I would always rather say no to my kids than say yes and then drag it out forever. I always felt that was so harsh on kids. Well, thank them from me as well. I don't know if that has any influence on me, but if it did, then thank from me as well. It actually means quite a lot. But this is only the start. I mean, there is a lot to come. Why are you standing there looking at me? Oh, that's toxic storm. That's nice. Yeah, I don't have the quads anymore. I suddenly ended up with I don't know how many there was, 7 missions that all included killing quads. But I kept taking them because it was 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 4, and I thought I already had one with 4. So for each I killed, I would do a lot of missions, and I ended up doing them all at the same time. Oh, my kids want to see me do the most extreme. My son sometimes says, why don't you try and play this game and video it? And so, because I die in 30 seconds. Yeah, that's fun! Fun for whom? I am sometimes relatively competitive, and I absolutely hate dying when I play games, but I know it is just games, and I should laugh at it, but I don't always find that that's so interesting. So, yeah. It's very appreciated, and I'm kind of glad for the support for me going out way beyond my comfort zone. But that said, I'm also looking at it as a challenge, and I don't actually mind challenges. So if anyone is wondering what I'm doing, I'm looking for animals. There was a predator on this planet, and I need to kill 2 predators. It's one of those kind of missions. I take it, and then at some point I find the predators. And then I do the mission. The good thing with those is that, are you a predator?
Sentinel drones activated.
Oh dear. Hook. Oh man. Oh. And there is entertainment. Yeah, don't fly into me, you mobbit. I mean, with friends like that, who needs enemies? So a lot of people are actually quite scared of fighting Sentinel interceptors. And I will say that I was as well, but after I got my fighter first, and now this ship actually leveled up to a proper standard, then they don't scare me anymore. It is, as I say over and over again, just make sure you top your shield up and keep it at a reasonable level.
Technology recharged.
Then you will be fine. I try to engage them in open space because I don't like fighting around planets. I didn't go back to wave 1 again. So just think about it when you encounter Sentinels.
Technology recharged.
Valderon was dealing with them, so can I. So this all started because I shot an animal. that is the thing is, Sentinels is very unpredictable. Sometimes they would not care, other times they send the whole fleet against you. Actually, I would like to get out of those clouds at least. Sometimes environment add too much spice to the dish. I'm not a big lover of not being able to see what I'm doing. Yeah, but you have a radar, yeah. Just give me something I can see, not something I can't see. So, now it gets funny. No! It went back to 1 again. Ah! What is this? Well, as I said, they are very unpredictable, so you won't always know when you get into trouble or not. Yeah, that is one which actually annoys me. Well, I have a feeling it's actually aimed at newer players, because for you and me, we know what we're doing. Hopefully. I like to think I know what I'm doing. I'll say it like that. Yeah, maybe. I would kind of wish you could just disable it, so you choose what you want to have reminder on.
Technology recharge.
God, I don't even have time to wave anymore. No bacon, no waving. What? My coffee is getting cold. when everything else fails, they will try to ram you.
Technology recharge.
Are you bringing the freighter now? Yes, thank you.
Technology recharge. Technology recharge.
So the trick with this is to ignore the fighters and then take the guns of the freighter out and stay on the side where there's no guns left, because if I go to the other side there will be guns. And just pounder the side where it hasn't got any guns. You will be shot by the interceptors, but it's nothing compared to the guns on the freighter.
Hostile ships defeated.
So as I said, just remember, Valderon did it, so can I. It is not rocket science, and just keep your shield up to date, all the topped up all the time. Use okay, my voice is going now, but use hotkeying on your shield, so you just have to press one key to actually top it up. So that's why I don't like to play on Xbox. There's no hotkeys. I would say it's one thing which always confused the hell out of me when I play on consoles, is that things are supposed to be way easier, and they are not really easier, because you're lacking a lot of things that you actually have on PC, for instance. So, yeah. Yeah, in a way it is. It is that's correct. That's very correct. And it is important that things are made playable on all levels. Whether you do it on Xbox, PC, PlayStation, Switch, it has to be accessible for all. Yes. There's Bacon 1, Bacon 2, Bacon 3. No, you're absolutely right. That's very. But I do love games which actually allow to make hotkeys, and that is a thing I do like. Yeah.
Navigational data received.
No, you're absolutely right. And why do you sound like my son now? He always said that I use way too many keys. But I think my problem is I have never really been a console player, so it's always gone with keyboards, and I've always liked that there was things which you could either hotkey or, but you're right, I don't need 101 keys for playing a game.
Technology recharge.
98 maybe, but not 101.
Technology recharge.
I used to have a laptop with a number key, which was a serial port at that time. It's that long ago. But I actually added that number pad to my PC I had at that time and played games on that. So I didn't use the keyboard, but I used that number pad. And that was actually brilliant because you had everything at one hand. And that was down at the 1620 keys you were using. Can't remember exactly how many there was, but it made things much more streamlined. Any interesting boxes around? Doesn't look like it. It is a Kovac system. They seem to clean up much better than all the others. What's that? I thought so. So I'll have to go and look at that. That's not something we just can leave. So this is a good way of getting nanites. Don't you fall down. Jesus. I think this is one of the worst edges I ever done these on. I've done one which was worse because it was on the top of a mountain and it just rolled down in a valley which was very far below me. So this gave me 8,321 runaway mold. And that turns into 1,000, more than 1,000 nanites, nearly 2,000. So and yes, I don't know. I do know I don't need it, but. This is pure greed taking things like that. Yeah, and the problem is I can't just leave it, so I have to pick things up like that, no matter what type of game or save I'm on. And I could imagine that I would collect a lot of nanites and money in the challenge I'm starting at some point as well. But I will say that I am like the scorpion. I am what I am. Certain things don't change. So I'm not done on this planet because there is a repository that I would like to visit as well. Although it is kind of protected, it's not protected because you move around a lot outside. Even a traveler. The thing is, I want to talk to this guy because he's the guild representative. He will give me a gift, and I do actually say thank you for gifts, especially when they are free. And of course I need to buy and if I can sell something. Don't really have much to sell, so that is not trade goods. I would say certain noises in this game actually scares me. To hand in. Then apart from that, so how close have we come? So I've traveled around 30,000 light years today. That's actually not too bad. But as you can see, using black holes is a little bit slower than any of the other ways of doing it. So that is fine. I will jump out and take the black hole. That is fine as well. To be careful I don't go back into the oh. Our cat does that with my son. He normally wouldn't go on my desk because I don't have as much space, but he actually have started doing it, so yeah. Whoop, this is wrong. Damn, do I have to fight? Ah. Well, there it is. Just need to look the right way. I must admit, I'm a little bit lazy with these freighter fights because I too often get into the situation where I actually don't get any reward because I end up hitting the damn freighter instead of something else, the pirate. And then I get the sentinels on me and yeah. So I actually found out, well, it wasn't me that found it out, but we found out that if you land on the freighter, the battle is over and you still get the reward, so why not just take it and look like a hero and don't have to. I never checked what this was. It's a B1, okay. forgetting myself today, but that's something that happens sometimes. So, yeah, that was okay jump in the bigger picture. So I am getting there towards the center, and I will reach it at some point. I had hoped I would do it before my holiday, but I'm still torn if I should play Expedition on Thursday. So I'm not 100% sure, but it will be. There will be some gameplay, at least, and I will find something interesting around as well. But I had hoped that our friend which kind of gave me the challenge for no money would come on so we could finalize the rules. If it doesn't do that, then I will have to make the rules myself. But I will say that I will make the rules with the community anyway, so it's not like it's yeah, I use that word a lot, but it's not rocket science. There have to be a challenge, and it should be challenging, so to be honest, I'm the one who will suffer, so I second that. That is a very important rule. That is a very important rule. As long as I don't have to eat some vegetables every time I'm tempted to spend money. I do think temptation is okay. It's actually not doing it. This would be good if I could use it. Oh well. But the thing is, now the amount of followers has actually triggered that I will play Permadeath, so that will come up. And I think, kind of a program for the next couple of weeks. Will... Oh God. No, Bam. That is not going to work. No. That's not something I have in the house. That's only around Christmas that we would have Brussels sprouts. But let me summarize the program as it's going to be, and there is a couple of things. I'll play this save tomorrow, moving towards the center of Elkupalos galaxy. Thursday I will consider whether I will start playing the expedition, because I'm so curious what's in it. Again, it depends on, because on Game Pass it's not always the updates come at the same time that everyone else get them, because it seems like Microsoft has to approve it first. So if that is not ready when I go on Thursday evening, then I will not be playing Expedition unless I jump over on Steam and play it there. But I really don't want to do that, because I want to have all the benefits here. So that I have two accounts, so that's I'd rather play it here. So Thursday is dependent whether we get the update or not. Otherwise, after that I'm off a week on holiday. So and when I'm back from holiday, there is a couple of days. I think it's let me double check when exactly that is out. Is available on the 6th, so that means I'll play the 4th and 5th, so that might be where the expedition can be launched for my sake, if that is. So then the 6th and the rest of that week, and probably Sunday as well, I will play Starfield, and then playing it 3 days will probably be enough. And then I will start a Permadeath and the challenge on alternate days after that. So there might be a little bit of changes, but there's a lot of things happening at the moment. So it seems that is my plan right now, and